This is NDTV and you are watching NDTV Prime.
With me is the Baaghi, so the rebel returns, and he seems angrier than ever, is it?
He is, yeah. He is angrier than ever. और बाकी तो 30 मार्च को देखेगा क्योंकि it's a suspense, action, romance, and because there's suspense, I probably can't tell you why he's angry, but she is definitely
the cause
reason,
for him, reason for him being angry.
Yes, yeah.
But is he a kind of guy who gets angry in real life, or is he the way he is cool as a cucumber?
He is cool, usually, but I'm sure when when you're shooting and it's really hectic, and then you have to do stunts and you have to do it again and again, I'm sure then he gets angry at
you do?
At myself.
At himself.
And also, I must say, looking good, and this guy has put in 467 hours of training. Like, did you practically live in the gym?
I haven't counted the hours, but quite a bit. Physically, it's been my most demanding role as of yet. But I think we had to, because Baaghi 1 has been accepted the way it was, so to take the franchisee forward, what next? So.
But is there a lot of pressure because it's a successful franchise now? You've already announced a Baaghi 3, so is there a lot of pressure?
No, now that Disha is with me, I have no pressure.
Oh, so she has to shoulder most of the pressure,
yeah,
is
it's all her pressure. I'm chill now. Disha is the Baaghi protecting me in this scenario.
How are you protecting him? By carrying the weight of the film on your shoulders?
No. He's just being nice. But yeah, it's a very strong story. Like, in the trailer you see a lot of action, but there's a very, very strong incentive and very strong story behind it. We have amazing cast. It's a great film to be in. So I think that's why we both are really like chilled out and happy.
And also, like we saw Ronnie in Baaghi 1. How has Ronnie changed in Baaghi 2? Is he going
Well, the
back?
character is different.
Okay.
He's a lot more mature now. There is a different shade in him. There's an understanding, there's an awareness that's come in him. So, like, he's experienced a lot, he's gone through a lot in his life. So he's not as young and brash anymore.
And also, usually you have an actor-director pairing, but here is an actor-producer. I mean, you started Hero Panti with Sajid Nadia. Yeah, and now Baaghi, it's like all set to be like the franchise film. So,
well, very happy that, I've gotten him to watch my back again, and, he's given me life in the industry, Sajid sir. So, I feel like I can do anything when he's, when I'm under his wing and he's behind me. And he was so confident in the film when he saw it that he announced a Baaghi 3 even before the trailer had released. So that just, makes us feel very, assured about our film and that it's, a good product.
absolutely. And also, before I come to Disha, your director had said, I have nothing to fear when I have Tiger with me. Isn't that like pressure for an actor? Like when the director says, it's his responsibility, not mine.
He hasn't told me personally, so it's fine really. But for me, our director, Ahmed Khan, was just so hands-on and so perfect and one of my favorite people on earth. He really took care of both of us and the rest of the cast, as though we were like kids. And he was just so involved and so there for us anytime we needed him. So I'm very thankful that I got a chance to work with him.
And Disha, we last saw you in MS Dhoni. Absolutely different from, the movie that you're doing.
Yeah.
So what has this experience been like with the industry? Are you liking the kind of films you're doing? Or
Yeah, I love it. And I'm a kind of person, if I don't like something, I'll not do it. I would rather not do it because it takes a lot to make a film, and especially for the team and the actors, it just looks like it's so easy and they must have had fun, but for each and every scene you have to give your heart and soul. I really like my job and I'm more than happy and lucky to be here.
did you always want to be an actor?
No, Air Force pilot.
Air Force pilot, and how did you suddenly decide?
I don't know, destiny. I got the opportunity and I took it.
So tell us a bit about like your I want to ask the two of you, you've grown up in the industry, in the spotlight, literally, like with your parents. What was your childhood like?
You know, very much the opposite of what you said. My father and mother always gave me a very normal childhood, very, you know, sheltered childhood, away from the spotlight as much as possible. When I was a kid, my father was at his peak as a star. So, you know,
I grew up watching his father's films.
So there was a lot of limelight on him. And whenever I used to go out with him and this and that, I used to see that hysteria around him. But yeah, otherwise, jahan tak mujhe yaad hai, I've had a very normal upbringing, you know. I used to like playing sports and I used to be in my own world. So yeah.
And also those days, like now, like the generation has got everyone chasing them. Their pictures, even before they start crawling, are on social media. Do you feel that you and your sister managed to escape that bit?
No, I think social media has sort of, you know, taken over in a very strong way, and I'm very thankful for it because we get to, you know, spend a lot more personal time with our fans through it. So, you know, tell them what we're doing in our day-to-day lives. You know, it could be a random post as to what we're eating, or, you know, just a video of a dance rehearsal or something. And that's the stuff they like, you know, to see. They want to get to know you personally. So I think it's a very powerful tool to possess.
Do you think both of you, since you're so followed on social media, are a little careful about what you post because you are role models?
I think, yeah, more or less. I mean, naturally, कोई मतलब नंगे फोटे थोड़ी post करेंगे ना. तो ऐसे मतलब I don't think it's common sense. We just post something that's, you know, appropriate and something that's, you know, for our fans and friends to, you know, enjoy.
And what about you, Disha? What was your growing years like, and then suddenly coming to Mumbai? Was it like with stars in your eyes and like the struggle?
I had a very normal childhood like him. I was a very shy kid, and I was a tomboy, complete tomboy with short hair, and like I wanted to be a guy when I was young, and nothing. I had a sister. I still have a sister actually, elder sister, and I don't laugh.
I had a sister.
Yeah, she's gonna see it and she's gonna kill me. So I had a great childhood with her, and normal childhood, like, you know, having fun. And when I came here, actually, honestly, I'm a person who just likes to live the moment. I don't think of future or the past. And when I came here, I was just struggling to work because I was very independent. And when I shifted here, I promised myself that I'm not going to ask my family for anything. So my thing was, you know, I need to find a job, I need to, you know, work on myself, and I need to be independent. So yeah, I was just happy getting work.
And talking about work, you are now, action was huge in the 80s and the 90s. You know, you had that action man. And suddenly it's not so much, but now everyone's looking at you as the action hero. Is that your genre?
I don't know what my genre is. I'm just playing to my plus points right now. And I mean, I've grown up idolizing action heroes. You know, I've been very fond of like Bruce Lee and all, Jackie Chan. So I think subconsciously that played a large role, and that sort of steered me in this direction. So I don't know, I'm very happy that, you know, I'm sort of in this space right now, because not many people are, you know, like a young action hero. I don't think has come in a while. So it's a good feeling to, you know, be a part of this space and to sort of show something different to the audiences.
And also action films here, because, you know, suddenly those action films had discipline. That was solely action movies. You remember growing up in the 70s, 80s, मैं तेरे को मार डालूंगा, you're Dharmender. And then, you know, even your dad was like the Mardhar one. Then suddenly we saw him playing the righteous brother and all. The action zone just disappeared. Do you think now there is a revival, a reawakening?
I think now there's just a lot more variety to films. But definitely I'm hoping with the Baaghi franchise to keep that, you know, bring it back to life, and you know, hopefully, and I think a lot of people are making action films as well, like, you know, Salman sir, for instance, yeah. Tiger's in there, Akshay sir every now and then when he wants to you know, revive his Khiladi side, you know, what he's known best for. I mean, he was the original action hero for me.
True.
So you know, people like them, I mean, these guys are huge legends, and I think a universal hero is usually an action hero most of the time. They're the mass heroes, and that's what people can connect with, you know, because action is like a universal language and the loudest form of expression.
And also stunts, you do your own stunts because, and also, but you've also, I read in your interview that you want that stunt men should be given recognition.
Yeah, very much so. I feel very bad whenever I work on any action film. I see, you know, the hero is getting praised, you know, for doing these amazing things and punching this guy or giving this guy a flying kick. But that guy who I just gave a flying kick, what about him? You know, to take my hit, I'm coming running full speed at him, flying in the air. 3-4 times my body weight is hitting him. And, you know, everybody's clapping. Arey, Tiger, kya shot diya yaar, kamal. I said, arey, uska kya, usko dekho. You know, because I feel like he's taken the hit, he's just brushed away on the side and nobody's paying any attention to him. So, you know, I feel like these guys are doing all the hard work. Because of him, I'm looking like a powerful hero. Because he's going flying back with his own energy and his body. I feel like that guy should be, you know, getting much more respect than me, you know. And so that's why if Baaghi 2 becomes a hit, and when it does become a hit, sorry, and when, you know, I become a little more established, I want to do something for these stuntmen and these action guys, you know, because they deserve a lot more respect. I don't think anybody's as hardworking as they are.
Does the box office, does a Friday like pressurize you?
Not anymore, man. Not anymore.
Well, it did?
It did, you know, when I was younger. I'm only 4 films old right now, but those 4 films have taught me a lot. And I've seen the ups and downs. So you sort of learn and grow from each film.
Will we see a movie with your dad? You and your dad?
Maybe if we get the right script. But you know, if he's in the same frame as me, nobody will look at me because he has such a presence. Yeah.
So, but what kind of a man is your, like your dad was known as Bidu and you know that whole, like, you know, the typical Mumbai language, but what kind of a person is he? Like something about him that we don't know.
नहीं बिल्कुल वैसे ही है घर पे भी. मतलब everybody from his wife is a Bhidu, I'm a Bhidu, everybody's a Bhidu. You know, and he's just very bindas, and I wish I could be as carefree and so, you know, cool like him. He just takes every day with that, you know, swag. I'm, you know, always tensed and, you know, I want to do something, I want to work, I want to do something and prove something to my family. But he's just so cool. He's like, why you just relax? Can't do that.
Yeah, he actually, so he's the original Baaghi. I mean, if there's anybody who's a Baaghi.
Definitely. I mean, he's been a Baaghi in real life. I mean, if you see his journey, he used to stay in the chawl, you know, and suddenly he got hero one day and he became an overnight sensation. But still he wanted to be, you know, there. He didn't want, you know, luxury or anything. He wanted his simple rooted life, you know, his chawl and his mother, and he was happy in that life.
And also, what's the reaction of your family and friends when they see you on screen now?
They're very happy. They don't speak much, but they're just like happy.
And what is it like working with a person like him who says he's anxious and is a perfectionist? Are you also anything like him, or are you more chilled out and like laid back?
I don't think I'm laid back. I don't think anybody could be laid back in this profession.
I think she's also quite anxious and quite ambitious. And she has, you know, come from a very non-filmy background, and, you know, to do what she's already done and accomplished so much is a very big deal. So, you know, that just comes out with just hard work, I would say. And she can't be laid back to, you know, sort of be sitting here right now.
And also, I'd spoken to Hrithik last, and he was he's really looking forward to that film that the two of you are going to be doing.
Oh, really? Wow. That's nice to know. I really look up to Hrithik, sir. And I'm very, very excited about that film because the script is fantastic. I think it's something that's very, it's going to be a treat for the audiences to see both of us, you know, together in the same frame, you know, doing, you know, an action sequence or, you know, whatever, just standing in the same frame, or maybe just having a dance number where both of us are dancing against each other.
I have an audience here, but before that, we have Harshil, your biggest fan. He's all of 8, and it was meant to be a surprise for him, but now he's happy to share the spotlight with his idol. Harshal, you want to say something to him? Chalo, batao, bolo na kuch. He said he started doing stunts looking at you.
Wow. क्या-क्या stunts करते हो आप?
Cartwheel.
Whoa.
And more.
And more. क्या बात है?
And what do you have to say? You had so much to say. Come on, this is the then.
But you know, Tiger, it's amazing. It's amazing. I always say a star's popularity can be gauged by his kiddie fans, and you're huge with the kids.
I got lucky, yeah. They're you know, my favorite people, and the most honest sort of critics I can ever ask for. I mean, just making them happy means the world to me.
And it's like, you know what Salman Khan said, since he knows his fan base are the kids, he says, I do my movies with the adults in mind too, but a movie that they can bring the kids to.
The kids too, yeah, yeah.
So
definitely. That subconsciously has just, you know, because I feel I'm still a kid at heart. So, you know, I like superheroes, I like to do action, you know, I like dancing and all that stuff. And I think the kids like sort of doing that stuff as well. So I think because I feel I'm a kid, I think that's why I make all these films, you know, that cater to them.
So let's start with our audience. So Vaibhavi has a question.
Okay, Harshil.
Harshil,
My friend's also biggest fan of you.
What's your friend's name?
Arav.
Arav. Tell him I said hi. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Achha, which is your favorite Tiger movie?
Baaghi.
Arey wah.
So
Now
can-
Baaghi 2 will be your favorite movie.
Oh, he's already prepared.
Oh, he's already prepared.
And then we have to watch the movies like 5-10 times.
So sweet.
Because he has to watch them every single day.
So you'll go 30th March to watch Baaghi 2? You'll go, na?
Yes, he will.
I recorded Flying Jet,
Oh, wow.
but our TV got a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I have watched
I
Flying
got
Jack 5
deleted.
times because
Yes.
of my nephew's Tiger.
Yeah, he can
Sorry, all
literally,
of you who have been forced to watch
he
Flying
can
Jack so
actually
many
like
times.
say the dialogues with you now.
क्या बात है?
Yeah.
Which one? Say one dialogue.
I still remember one dialogue.
Say.
Dancer की body है.
No, that's Munna Michael. That's not Flying Jet.
I just remember this.
Do you
Answer
remember
the body.
this? Oh, he remembers this time.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Harshil. And say hi to Arav, okay? Don't forget.
Okay.
Okay, now Vaibhavi has a question.
So I'm also an aspiring actor, and it's really inspirational to see your journey because I can really resonate with what you must be feeling right now. I can only imagine that. So what would be your advice to someone like me that, you know, like when you are passionate about something like this and you're not anywhere close to the film fraternity, so what would you give as an advice or what could you say to that?
You want her to answer this question?
I
Maybe
want
she'll
both
do
of
it
you to
better.
answer it. But yeah, you definitely
Let her
first
start,
because-
yeah.
Just hard work. I think that's the key. No shortcut, no socializing, nothing. I think just work hard. If your talent or your work should speak more than anything, and if you're so talented, people can't ignore you. I think that's it. And just like be confident, and you know yourself more than anyone. So just keep going, and
So for me, the challenge was different because I came from a background that was, you know, in the limelight. So my challenge was to sort of prove it to the audiences on my own that I'm an individual and I'm different from my father, and you know, prove that my journey was a struggle, that I had to sort of come out of his shadow and live up to the expectation of the audiences, you know, because they feel just because I'm my father's son, it's very easy for me. But I have double the pressure if you think about it, you know, to prove
you have
myself.
that expectation. The eyes
Right.
are on you already.
Right, right.
Like for example, one thing I really want to share with you. So I'm always talking to my siblings about my dreams and my career, and he always used to tell me, he said, the only reason why I want you to become an actor is that you'll become friends with Tiger Shroff,
So
and I can
sweet,
chill
yeah.
with him after
That's
that.
so sweet.
Half my drive for him was to just
That's so
become an
nice.
actor. I do a film with you so that he can meet you.
I hope you do a film with me then. Your favorite animal is also tiger? Oh, wow.
He has a tiger tattoo also, right?
Whoa, cool.
I made it to you only.
Wow, your mom allowed a tattoo so early?
so early.
No, it's temporary.
Oh, it's a temporary?
It's gonna wash off.
Okay, great.
So let's go to Trishani, who has a question.
Good afternoon, sir. Good
Hi.
afternoon, ma'am. Hi. So my question is for you. So you have been associated with action movies and romance in your career up to now. So what sort of films or genre are you willing to explore in the future? Have you thought about that?
So I haven't really thought about that. I'll tell you my lineup of films right now. After this is Student of the Year 2, which is something that's very different for me. So it's the opposite of what I'm doing in Baaghi 2. I mean, there, for example, I'm not a one-man army. I might get, bullied somehow. I might get, just, how every other, college kid is, just live that very simplistic life, but, just like a romantic boy next door kind of a guy. After that, I get into a film with Hrithik sir, which is an action film again. And then after that, I'm doing part 3 of Baaghi. So, yeah.
Okay. So all the very best
Thank
for
you
your
very much.
upcoming
Thank you.
ventures.
What about Rambo?
Rambo uske baad hai.
Hey Bhagwan. And again, you will spend like some 1,000 hours in the
But
gym.
yeah, I don't know the exact date, so that's why I didn't mention that.
Do you practically live in the gym?
No, it's
But
like
whenever we see Tiger, he's like doing some workout and those. You got 8 packs or 16 packs?
sometimes 6, sometimes 8. Yeah.
Are you his gym mate? How does one keep up with him?
He has his own workout. I don't do his workout. He has his own thing.
His must be that nobody can do, the kind of workout that no one even go
Yeah, the guy workout.
there. Kanika has a question?
My question is for Tiger sir. So you are working on sequel of 2 super hit films. One is Baaghi 2 and other is Student of the Year 2. So how are your fan too much excited for this movie, the movie that you are going to be?
How are my fans excited? Is that the question?
And how are you going to control?
I don't know. I'm just very grateful that they're excited. First of all, very thankful that they're excited. I share, a lot of my stuff with them on social media whenever I get the chance to. So they get excited and they're very, very giving. And I am, whatever little I am today is because of them. I credit to them. And I'm very thankful for being a part of Baaghi and Student of the Year sequels. It's a big responsibility and I'm very happy and grateful.
And also doing sequels also, there is always that sequels have their own fate.
Sure.
And sometimes they work, sometimes they may not. Yeah. And that's a lot of pressure. And doing 2 sequels.
Yeah. Double the pressure.
Double the pressure?
Yeah. Especially Student of the Year because it's not my franchise, it's somebody else's, which I'm just taking forward, helping to take forward. And, all 3 of those people who are launched in Student of the Year are like huge stars now. And Karan sir is, has taken that film, that franchise to another level, and the buzz around the film is a lot. So I have to just live up to that expectation. Yeah.